Brendan Fraser was a victim of sexual assault. Be it The Mummy, Bedazzled, or George of the Jungle, the 6'2" ripped action star was turning out blockbuster after blockbuster, making $14 million a movie. But things started to change for Brendan Fraser in 2003 when he was a victim of sexual assault, and the man who did it was Philip Burke. And Philip Burke is a journalist and for decades was the head of the Foreign Press Association. And in the summer of 2003 at the Beverly Hills Hotel, Philip Burke assaulted Brendan Fraser by grabbing his ass cheek and moving his finger into Brendan Fraser's body until he was shocked and tried to remove it. And Brendan Fraser left right after feeling broke and confused over what happened, and he contacted the Hollywood Foreign Press Association reporting Philip Burke. But he only received a letter, and he was told no action will be taken. And Philip Burke apologized to Brendan Fraser in the letter, saying it was just a joke, and Brendan Fraser didn't understand. And Philip Burke would suffer no consequences on this for years, while many other accusers surfaced. Meanwhile, Brendan Fraser's career suffered, where the actor, due to Philip Burke's connections, had a blacklist effort against him in Hollywood, lost work. And the problems only continued with The Mummy 3, which The Mummy 3 was Brendan Fraser's final action movie and continued his history of doing his own stunts, which has been dangerous, where he nearly died from the choking scene in the first Mummy movie, and he had several injuries filming George of the Jungle while swinging. But this is the worst, where Brendan Fraser fell during The Mummy 3 and it caused serious spinal and back issues. And Brendan Fraser damaged his spine and needed a laminectomy, a painful procedure that requires intensive recovery. But unfortunately it didn't work for Brendan Fraser, and he needed to do a second time a year later. Brendan Fraser also needed several other back surgeries and a knee replacement. The end result was Brendan Fraser going through a massive weight gain and being unable to work for years. Brendan Fraser also began balding rapidly with tummy temps from the stress, which hurt his career prospects, saying he just wasn't the young, good-looking actor anymore. And his ex-wife, Afton Smith, didn't help either. Getting divorced in 2008, Brendan Fraser had to pay his ex-wife $25,000 a month in alimony, $50,000 a month in child support, coming to $75,000 a month and $900,000 a year. And it became unmanageable for Brendan Fraser, where he was no longer working while injured and couldn't afford to pay almost $1 million a year to his wife anymore. And he asked her to lower the payments, but she wouldn't budge. Brendan Fraser, from assault to health issues to his own family, went through horrible things. But despite all this, there is a happy ending. Fans formed subreddits, fan pages, and even petitions asking studios to hire Brendan Fraser for future projects. They responded, getting TV work for Brendan Fraser in the Showtime series The Affair, and after that he moved to voice work, being cast as a main actor in the series Doom Patrol playing Robot Man, which was just the beginning, with the next project he did was the movie The Whale, a movie where he plays a 600-pound man dealing with his estranged daughter played by Sadie Sink. And the movie tackles depression, many of the feelings Brendan Fraser had for years, and has since been praised, getting love from early audiences and former co-stars of Fraser like Dwayne Johnson. And now Brendan Fraser is landing big movies again, such as Martin Scorsese's Killers of the Flower Moon, where he'll co-star with none other than Leonardo DiCaprio. And another is the movie Brothers, where he'll co-star with Peter Dinklage and Josh Brolin. And while this is happening, his predator Philip Burke has had his life ruined, where Philip Burke, after 20 years of accusations, was fired from the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, writing an article bashing Black Lives Matter, calling them a racist movement. And Brendan Fraser, on the other hand, is on the up, defeating the demons of the past and on many occasions crying with joy, where he has thanked his fans above all people, not believing anyone cared about him and shocked that millions of people were supporting him and loved his old movies. And for that, we're happy to have Brendan Fraser back in Hollywood.